Hello bookworms! Welcome to my April wrap-up video. I've read a total of 9 books this month, and not booktube related, I also watched all of Daredevil and all 3 seasons of The Mindy Project, so I just wanted to say that because I'm kind of proud that I managed to read 9 things and then also watch that much. So anyway, I'll get into book stuff now. The first book that I read this month is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I'm continuing along with my reread for the year. This is an obvious 5 out of 5 stars. I don't even think I need to say anything. I think that everybody kind of knows how much I love Harry Potter at this point. So this was the first book. The second book that I read this month is The Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss. And this was huge. Like, this was the majority of my month. It is a whopping 997 pages with tiny text. This book took me half the month to read, I would say. So it's like amazing that I even read anything else in addition to this. I would give it also a 5 out of 5 stars. I did like Name of the Wind better than Wise Man's Fear because there was a chunk of this book that was a little bit harder for me to get through. I don't want to say what it was because I don't want to spoil it for anyone else who hasn't read it, but in talking with other people who've also read it, they had the same kind of feeling as me about this one particular section, so I know that I wasn't alone in that. But even like despite those couple hundred pages of reading, I would still give this 5 out of 5 stars. The next book that I read is a graphic novel, and I read it as a PDF from the publisher, so I don't have a copy of it next to me, but it will be here. And that was Bee and Puppycat Volume 1 by Natasha Allegri and various artists. Bee and Puppycat is based on the animated show which you can watch on YouTube, and it's super adorable. I love it, and I really enjoyed the first volume. There was such a huge mix of artists and also writers that I would give it a 4 out of 5 stars because there were some stories that I really liked and like really felt very true to Bee and Puppycat, and then other little short stories where I was kind of like, that was okay. Overall, it was a very quick, enjoyable read, so I would give that 4 out of 5 stars. The next book that I read in April is The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan, and this is the first book in the Percy Jackson series. I have never read the Percy Jackson series before, so this is my first experience delving into that world of Greek gods. It was very interesting. I read it at the same time that I read Wise Man's Fear, so it was a little bit difficult for me jumping back and forth from high adult fantasy to like middle grade fantasy. And I think that should I continue with the series, which I'm pretty certain I'm going to, I will definitely make sure that I'm not reading anything in the same genre that's more mature at the same time, because it was harder for me to connect with these characters after reading about other ones that were older, if that makes sense. I would still give The Lightning Thief 4 to 5 stars because I enjoyed the story. It was very quick paced and the writing was very good, but as I said, it was just more difficult for me to connect with these younger characters. The next book that I read in April, I also read as a PDF from Boom, and that was Lumberjanes Volume 1, and this I give a 5 out of 5 stars. It was so wonderful. It was so, like, just quick-paced, so fun. It's like this group of girls who are at this camp, and there's all these, like, strange things going on, and it was just completely enjoyable. I read it in one sitting. I could not stop, and I cannot wait to read more of them as they come out. They've just been so good. It's by Noelle Stevenson and someone else that I don't remember, but they did a great job. The next book that I read in April is Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. I totally loved this book so much. It's a YA contemporary novel, and after reading Name of the Wind, I keep saying Name of the Wind because that's the first book, but it's Wise Man's Fear. After reading Wise Man's Fear for so long, I was really just in the mood to dive into something in a completely different genre. Since You've Been Gone, as I said, is contemporary, so that was different, and I just love, there's something on it, but I just love this cover, like the girls sitting there eating ice cream. It's so summery, and it's finally started to feel like spring here in New York, so it was just like the perfect time to start reading this. I gave Since You've Been Gone 5 out of 5 stars, and I just have to show you how adorable even the inside of the book jacket is. Sorry, Ariel. It's just so cute. There's more ice cream. I've been really into ice cream lately, and this book did not disappoint. So if you're looking for a contemporary, I highly suggest reading this. So then after reading Since You've Been Gone, I kind of got on like a contemporary kick. Now I'm just like really in the mood for these light, fun reads. So next I picked up Nantucket Blue by Layla Howland. I heard about it on one of my favorite book bloggers' blogs, The Book Addict's Guide, and I am so glad that she posted about it because I totally loved it. You can see like it's very beachy, and the whole thing takes place in Nantucket. There's this girl, Cricket, and she has this whole perfect summer planned, and it just does not go the way that she is expecting. I also gave Nantucket Blue 5 out of 5 stars. The next book that I read is the first volume of a manga series called Library Wars. The first volume is called Love and War, and it's by Kiro Yumi. This book was really, really cute. It's about this girl that joins this like special force of secret agent type people, and they are around to save books because they start living in this society where the government, I guess, decided that there are a lot of books that are just not appropriate for people to read. So they have all of these people that go into stores and deem certain books like unacceptable, and they'll just take them all away and destroy them. So these agents come in and try to save them. They work for a library. That's the only way that books can be preserved. So a lot of times they'll kind of like sneak in and be like, stop, you can't take those books. We're reserving them for the library. And they save them. And it's very heroic. And I'm looking forward to continuing on with this series. I don't remember if I gave it a star rating yet, but I would say the first volume was a 4 out of 5 stars. And the last book that I read this month is one that I had on my TBR for earlier in the year, but I never got a chance to pick up, and that is My Fair Lady by Laura Wetterston. This was also really cute, really a quick read. I wasn't as in love with it as I thought that I was going to be. I give it a 3 out of 5 stars. There was one part in the beginning where they kind of like a little bit made fun of Lord of the Rings fans, and that hurt my feelings, and I don't know if I ever recovered from that. So I don't know if I'm like taking that out on the rest of the book, because it was a cute story and I did enjoy the main character, but it wasn't my favorite. So My Fair Lady, 3 to 5 stars. So that is it for my April wrap-up. I read a total of 9 books this month, which I am very proud of, considering how big Wise Man's Fear was. I was determined not to say Name of the Wind because I keep doing that. But I'm very pleased with what I've read this month, so yay, books! Anyway, I will see you soon with a new video. Bye! If you've been watching my videos and you've been enjoying what you've seen, you can click the subscribe button, which is just below me. It's really pretty and pink, just like most of the things in my room, but although I have white bookshelves, so that's not a good example. But yeah, subscribe! Stop filming me now.